once again to another episode of Cherry and Timber Talk. And today, we guys are really excited because it's a kind of a paradox of sorts. Generally, we have guests who are, people whom we interview, and but we have a guest today who has been around the media circuit for a long, long time, and she's finding herself on the other side of the table. So we have a very special guest here. Hi, Mandira Lalwani. I'm sure this is a familiar face everybody can relate to.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much. You are absolutely right. I'm not used to being on this side of the fence. So watch out. I know all the tricks of all those funny
Okay.
questions and all
Okay,
of
so
that.
guys, we can put our feet up and relax today. Let her run the show. So yeah, I mean, it's an honor, Mandira, to have you on the show today. Honestly, because all of us who have been following sports and cricket as well, we know what you have done in the Indian sports scene, right from the Sports Center days in ESPN. So obviously, it's a phase that we'll not forget for a while, for sure,
Thank
because we've seen you presenting Sports Center live as well as recorded and everything, right? And you've worked with Times Now with other media circuits as well. So it's amazing to have you on the show here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so fabulous to be here too. And
Yeah.
thank God you didn't, I've met so many people recently who said, "Oh, we grew up watching sports."
which brings me to another point, when we were discussing about the show. Exactly. So, when we were talking about the show and, when we three were discussing internally, we were like, when did Mandira start that thing, with ESPN? So it was like 2003. Really? Looking at
Oh
her,
yeah,
we really
2007.
can't make out it was so long back, right?
2007, it does feel like yesterday. It feels like
Yeah,
yesterday when I decided to do sports. It just feels
yeah,
nothing feels so old. So
absolutely.
and there have been incidents there have been kids in front of me who have grown up,
Yeah.
and they're like, anyway, we'll come to that at some point in the conversation. So that's
Sure,
fine.
absolutely. So yeah, so I mean, and having her on board is like we wanted to discuss a very very special topic which has been doing the rounds now, especially this year, which has been huge and phenomenal in terms of how women's cricket has risen in the rankings worldwide. Especially when we saw the T20 World Cup and the finals being played at the MCG in front of 86,000 people, that was a phenomenal achievement, and I thought that was something to remember for a
Massive.
lifetime.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Mandira, what's your take on women's cricket? Why do you think it's grown in popularity so much?
You know, first and foremost, I think women's cricket, this time and this moment of reckoning was a long way coming.
Mm-hmm.
They've been knocking at the door, but they couldn't
Mm-hmm.
really, make that impact. And you know, there are reams and reams of articles. There's so much stuff on the internet. If you really want to go to the history of women's cricket and un दिनों में क्या होता था and all of that,
Yep. Yep.
but to keep it really relevant and to the point, I'll just speak from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Simply, in 2009, when I was still working with ESPN Star,
Mm-hmm.
I was sent to cover the Women's World Cup in Australia.
Yep.
Okay, there was there was a bunch of us from ESPN. The commentators was there was Melanie Jones, who I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely adore and I've been in touch
Yep.
with since then.
Yep.
There was Belinda Clark. There was Debbie Hockley. There was that was the women. Then there was Danny Morrison, the absolute comedian of the highest order. There was Lucy Butram. There was Alan Wilkins, and there was me.
Yep.
And I am not joking when I say that maybe 5 or 10 people used to turn up at the stadium, and I'm maybe chalo 20,
Right.
Yep.
maximum 100. I can't remember. But my point is, there was no staggering audiences, and
Mm-hmm.
the schedule was so chilled out. It was like a holiday. We loved that assignment
Mm-hmm.
because every match was in the North Sydney Oval only.
Mm-hmm.
So and we were staying very close by. So the matches were every third day.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd go finish the match because the match would get over so quickly and go on, etc. My point is that it was a very chill scene, and there was no pressure even as a broadcaster. Like when you're in a live cricket environment,
Correct.
and I've been for a few. I was there for the first men's 2020 World Cup in South Africa.
Yep.
Electric, right?
Yep.
And comparatively, this was very thanda,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
then I compare that, which I've seen with my own eyes, and I've covered that, and in the same country, cut to what 11 years later,
Yep.
albeit the 2020 Women's World Cup final. But
Mm-hmm.
my God, 86,174 people who have come to watch women's cricket. It's
Exactly.
not that they've gone for a men's tournament and acha, this is also around, so it's kind of a value for money situation. People turned up in hordes and droves
Mm-hmm.
to come and watch women play cricket.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I had a chat with Melanie and Harini, and and with Ayaz,
Yes, yes.
and they were just saying it was so incredible. For example, I think Harmanpreet's mum had come for the first, she'd flown for the first time
Yeah.
to see her. Then Harini had seen fathers and daughters who'd
Hmm.
come to the stadium together,
Hmm.
with young children
Hmm.
who had been allowed to bust their deadline to
Yeah.
come and watch. So I thought it was very iconic. I think it was
Hmm.
huge for women's cricket,
Exactly.
but now this has to be sustained, and that is the
Absolutely.
Mm.
challenge I feel. And
Yes.
COVID has come at a rotten time because this is the time when
Oh,
there'll be
yes.
budget cuts and there'll be expenses and the practicalities.
Hmm.
Boards such as the Indian board might not be that affected because they have deep pockets.
Agreed.
uh, Australia will also, I'm sure, make it work. So will England. But at the end of the day, the countries that are not so well off, West Indies, for example, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
how will women's cricket fare there? Will they be able to extend that kind of support, or will they cut off support from the women's to be able to make sure that the men survive? So there are a lot
Yes.
of questions and a lot of interesting situations that are going to get tossed up.
Interesting.
So we just have
Yeah.
to see how that goes.
Absolutely. Yeah, you made a really good point. Yeah, because COVID has kind of put everything, into a complete dizzy, and it's really uncertain times in terms of not just women's cricket, and for that matter, even sport in general, right? So how it will resume, and how will fans come to stadiums and stuff. So yeah, that's interesting. Great. So yeah, we had a couple of questions for you, Yogesh. Why don't you
So,
go first?
Mandira, I heard you speak out a number when you spoke of the audience at that final. Was it 86,000? What was that number again?
174.
Is that the journalistic instinct that makes you remember those numbers? Is that how you?
Something. No, I've always had a fairly decent memory. Thank God, because I don't
uh,
study. I've never studied for ages or prepared for anything for ages. If I read something, it mostly stays in my head. So it was a pretty nice number to want to remember. So that's
okay.
about it.
My question actually was linked to that. Like, how do you prepare for a big game like that in terms of, presenting it and to then have the right facts and figures to support the program that you're going to run with,
Yeah.
people who are experts in their field.
Okay, so basically, a presenter is the key result or cumulative result of a fantastic team, first and
Correct.
foremost. There are so many aspects. For example, firstly, the producer will discuss the run order. What are the different talking points? It's mostly mota discussed beforehand, just so we all can be aligned in the same direction. Because if you have like 5 experts or 6 experts in your room, and you're unable to steer the conversation, it can just go all over the place, right? So we have to have like broad talking points. Outside of that, there are stats that are very, very important. Not in terms of trying to show off to say, oh, I know so many things. It's not that. It's just that it gives so much depth to what you're
Yeah.
discussing. It gives some logic to what you're discussing. It gives a pattern to what you're discussing. And it kind of makes sense to people who don't even understand sport. They will understand stats, oh, acha, hit so many hundreds so many times. Acha, theek hai, then isme kuch hai. I'm just
Hmm.
saying, a very generic one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So there's the stats, there's the producer, of course, and your guests. And with me personally, I used to always one thing is to just keep abreast with what's going on. So read
Correct.
your cricket info and whatever different go to websites and newspapers. The other thing was I'd always chat with the experts way beforehand, and this I started. So my first assignment was not ESPN Star.
Mhm.
I debuted or came into the scene with Star News. When
Okay.
Star
Right.
News had split with NDTV and they'd
Hmm.
gone their separate ways,
Mhm.
this Hindi Star News, which was formed,
Hmm.
which is another story, which I went and I started working over there. And then I used to present a show called Wah Cricket,
Okay.
with Sandeep Patil. He was my guest.
Mhm.
So Sandeep really actually taught me a lot over there because before initially I used to be like, what do I say? What do I do? So zapped like a little kid over there. And then I used to just sit with Sandeep Patil and he would say, अच्छा नहीं ये discuss कर लेंगे फिर तुम मुझसे ये भी पूछ सकते हो फिर ऐसे. So he, and I've been so blessed, yeah, actually. So many people who guided me at the right time and they've been so patient and sweet. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's basically a very long answer to your question.
Lovely. Mahesh, what's yours?
Mandira, I'll ask you a very elementary question. What are the golden rules of a sports broadcaster?
of any broadcaster, the first rule is you cannot swear on air ever, ever, ever. Don't ever think your mic is on. That's the main rule. You know, there have been so many times you think your mic is off, and you want to say something or you want to just release an expression, and I'm sure all of us are familiar with the ones that I'm talking about. Disastrous, disastrous. um, Secondly, as a sports broadcaster particularly, I'm trying to think, firstly, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And if I was still living in India, I would have probably badgered Sanjog or somebody at Star and said, "Come on, I want to come back." In the sense, really, it is. I loved it. I loved every single second of it, and that's also my nature. Like I just get into that situation, and it was just amazing. Whether it was on ground where you're just surrounded with so much, and I did the Sri Lankan Premier League also, which was 2012 after my older one was born, and it was just magic, just to be immersed in that atmosphere.
Yep.
When you enjoy it, you get it, you want to understand it, it comes out. You don't have to fake it.
Yep.
Even for when I was presenting Test cricket, and this was the 2012 one, we were playing the England series, and England had come to India, and I haven't done that much Test cricket, to be absolutely honest with you. So I was a bit zapped. But I used to just sit with the commentators while they were doing commentary. I used to just sit over there and understand, observe, and when you want to learn, and then you learn and you ask. Never be shy of asking questions, for sure. I've asked the dumbest questions and I have no regrets. I'm just like, I don't care. I have no ego about appearing to be silly or whatever. It doesn't matter. If I have a confusion or if I'm confused about something, I'd much rather ask somebody who definitely knows the answer than keep guessing and wasting time. So yeah, enjoy yourself. Prepare as much as you can. Prep. Very, very important. So for example, the two teams are playing. Who's playing at what position? Whether it's we're talking only cricket today, but okay, say cricket. The previous performances, injuries, the head-to-heads, the equations, the sledging drama, just to overall get your whole info in.
So homework is very important, according to
Extremely important. Homework is very important. Enjoying the game and being a part of it, not just showing up for the bulletin and saying, "Acha, I have this one, kya hua, ye hua, wo hua." You can do it, but you can tell that it's being done, kind of farzi. You have to do it, kind of a thing. So me, I enjoyed watching every game that I ever presented and anchored, and I loved it. And so preparation for sure, enjoying what you're doing, and confidence, in front of the camera. Never be scared of the camera. Never ever. It's your friend. He's your mother. She's your mother, or your friend, or your dad, and you're talking to somebody through that lens. You connect with them eye to eye.
Yep.
And that's it.
very.
I'm not surprised Mahesh asked that question to you. He's the one who's like that in our group, always comes up with all kinds of stories and anecdotes which we are, ye kab hua? It's like
stories or anecdotes. Say, I'll ask you something. You said, you study all kinds of things going into the game and things, right? And you mentioned sledging and all. So studio में भी कभी sledging होता है?
बहुत होता है लेकिन हम नोट्स लिखते हैं एक दूसरे को
silent sledges.
Oh my god, when I started my career, I started with Star News, okay, and I went for this I had studied broadcast journalism in England, in Leeds, and how that also, while I was studying in Leeds, I met Murli Tharan, the cricketer, Sri Lankan cricketer, the spin Murli. I did not know who he was. Okay, that was my limited knowledge of sport. Please understand.
Okay.
How life bowled me this hysterical Murli.
Did you ask Murli who you are?
No, my brother was traveling with me, and my brother got so excited to see Murli Tharan, and he was like, "I have to get his autograph. I said, "But who is he?" And we were traveling. We were both studying in England, my brother and I. And we were traveling Sri Lankan Airlines. Yes. So obviously we were traveling cattle right at the back, and Murli Tharan walks in and straight to business. And we reached Heathrow and kept bumping into Murli everywhere. No, in the flight also, my brother went to business class to get an autograph. He got like a little squiggle and came back, and he was like, "Look at this." Da, da, da. So I was like, God, I don't understand. You know, and I was never into any sport except for basketball, which I used to play in school. So I was like, okay, fine.
Mm.
But then, and I was just like, this is so overrated. Firstly, in my mind, and actually, let me tell you that that's been really helpful to me. I've never been starstruck by these
Mm.
guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's very, very important.
Yes. Yes.
The minute you become like a starstruck little, you know,
Mm.
I don't know. It's nice. It's nice for them also to feel that there's somebody like who feels a bit
Correct.
equal.
Yes.
I'm not saying that your achievements are amazing. Of course they are, but
Mm.
ठीक है,
Mm.
तुम अपना काम करो,
I
मैं
think
अपना
at the
काम
end of the
करती
day,
हूँ.
he's a human being, right? So they want to be treated like that. Yeah.
So with Murli, for example, so anyway, we met Murli, and we all got chatting, etc., etc. And Murli and I became really good friends. So
Mhm.
much so that when I was coming back to India, and I said, "No, shit, I better get a job and all." So he said, "Listen, you must do. Why don't you do sports?" So I said, "Have you lost your mind? I didn't even know who you are, and you're like such a big deal. When am I going to go do sports? Are you nuts? No way." He's like, "Just do it. It's very easy. Just do it." So I said, "Seriously?" He said, "Yeah." So
For
first,
Murli, everything is easy.
what a friend he's been. I mean, there is just nobody like Muralidharan on this planet. Anyway, so this drama happened. So I have applied now for Star News for my job. I've applied for this job, not realizing that it's become a Hindi channel. Firstly, so I've come from Leeds. I think I'm cat's whiskers with my full education and blah blah. I am whatever. And I went for this interview. And my boss Mr. Sanjay Pogalia, he was like, "आप हिंदी में कैसे करेंगी?" I said, "Sir, हिंदी में?" He was like, "हाँ हिंदी में." I was like, "अच्छा कर लेंगे." Anyway, I moved to Bombay. To cut a long story short, I was in Delhi. I moved to Bombay and started my not anchoring. I couldn't read the prompter. The prompter was in Hindi, right? So they were like, "Will you have
Correct.
to anchor? You've been brought here to anchor." I said, "Sure. How do I anchor?" So they put me on a chair and said, "Read this." I was like, "Can't read a word. Sorry." But learned. Like I can read like on the paper or whatever, like thoda thoda that time. But to have like the teleprompter and the pedal and such long words, I was just getting so it just frazzled. But I really trained, and there were people who were there who were so, like angels who were sent into your life, at that point in time. Two women, Leena and
Mm.
Anita, who sat with me every single day for 6 months, made me read the Hindi newspaper loudly in front of the mirror, all of
Mm.
that, and got me up to speed. And
Yep.
where I was coming with this long kahani is that my first show that I started anchoring was a show called Star Savera
Hmm.
and morning show, right? And that also, what happened was it was a fluke. The morning anchor, something happened, and this friend of mine, Afreen and Afreen Kidwai, she's also a very well known anchor, and she's a
Mhm.
beyond intelligent, cerebral type of journalist.
Mhm.
Um, so she and I started doing this show together, and while that show used to go on, first and foremost, we had a full picnic happening behind the table because it
Mhm.
was take 6 to 10 for us. So we had all our dabba, fruit, ye wo. Between every anchor link we'd eat,
Yeah, but
messages, and once, sometimes you get like a laughing fit, you get hysterical, right?
They're
And
uncontrollable.
uncontrollable. It's like that stage situation. You're acting on stage and that's it. You've gone because you can't stop laughing. So we were we were anchoring and there was some death story.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
And the laughing fit came
Oh
badly,
God. Oh
badly,
God.
badly, badly. And it was a two-frame shot. So Afreen is talking, like trying not to laugh, and she's talking, and I'm on the side like this, and I'm shaking
Mm.
non-stop. Of course, we were hauled up. Uday Shankar was like, "What do you think, the two of you? What do you think you were even doing over here?"
Oh
But
God.
it's just been, but that's it. Lots of little experiences like this, which
Yeah.
just make it all
Which
fun.
tells you that even anchors need to play the roles of actors, like get into the
Of
character, and
course,
Of
of
it's
course,
course.
yeah.
so
We're
it's
wearing
good.
track pants at the bottom most of the time and a
Yeah.
jacket. Come, come and show everybody your trophy. Come, my son is just running snakes and ladders.
Oh wow.
Got a trophy.
oh,
Oh,
oh, that's
wonderful.
good.
Yeah.
Mama, bye
So
for
don't be surprised if my door opens from the back as well. So
I was
you might see something happening like that even in my place. So don't be surprised. Awesome.
lovely.
Amazing, Mandira. So yeah, that was a great story. I had a question specifically. You know, if obviously COVID did not happen, and with the disruption which has happened now, and with all the success that women's BBL has seen, do you think there is a case for going ahead with the women's IPL in India?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. One of our biggest issues in women's cricket is that we don't have enough depth. We don't have that domestic prowess, so to speak. We don't have the bench strength,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
In the men's team has done it very, very effectively, but in women we don't have that, and we will not have that till there's that demand created. Like this young girl, that Shefali Verma, fantastic. She just mesmerized me. But to find people like her,
Yep.
you need to, and something, I had anchored this, I used to work with Vijay and Prakash Amritraj on this Champions Tennis League. And their model was actually really cool. It was basically, there were mixed teams of the foreign players,
Yes.
the
True.
top Indian
Yes.
players, and the kids, juniors. And these people used to travel in teams in 6 or 8 cities in the country.
Yep.
And these kids learned so much from the foreigners and the seniors, etc. And they really developed. And I'm not saying exactly that, but I feel the IPL would have that kind of demand. And then
And I
there's
think
just-
if any board, BCCA has the financial prowess to do it, right?
BCCA should.
yeah. Yep.
They should absolutely. In a country like India, where very honestly speaking, what they say about Beti Bachao, Beti Karao, and all, it's mostly talk and not much walk. And the BCCI has one way to do this, because nothing empowers more than sport.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
True,
And
very true.
empowerment and absolutely. I think
In
there's
fact,
a
on that
very
same
strong-
thought, Yogesh had a really interesting question as well as point, right? Yogesh, regarding that mixed doubles thing. Why don't you go ahead with that question?
Of course, so the question was like, you see, a legendary pairing like a Serena Williams playing with Roger Federer, attracts so many crowds. For instance, what if we had a team like a mixed doubles team of men and women playing alongside each other and opposite each other?
Oh,
How cool would that be?
that would be so cool. Wow, that would be very, very cool. And some names that come to mind in the women's, whatever little bit I
And
have
that's what
seen
I was going to ask you next.
is I like this Shefali for sure. I think
Yes.
she's been compared to Sehwag, and
Yep.
I
Correct.
think rightfully so.
Yep.
And I would love to hear what Viru has to. What has he said? Has he said anything? Has he reacted? Viru to Shefali?
I think everybody has spoken really high of her, to be honest, in terms of,
style.
exactly. The style is pretty similar. She's like,
Fantastic.
got that same mentality of look at the ball and hit the ball. It doesn't matter who's bowling, what's coming, if it's the first
Yeah.
ball or the last ball, whatever, right? So,
I love that style.
Yeah.
I love that style. And I was, she was one. Then I think Mithali Raj, of course, has been a game changer for Indian
Right.
cricket.
Yeah.
She's there for that experience.
she's been a solid rock, right?
Somebody like Dravid, right? Like in that sense.
Yeah.
Then
Harmanpreet?
there is Harmanpreet Kaur, definitely.
Yep.
Firstly, she's a
Fabulous.
Sturdy, so automatically happen. But jokes apart, there's a lot of talent, and these girls have
Yeah.
had a lot of struggle to get
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
they have.
Yeah.
And this lot may still have see success earlier, but if you see Anjum and all, even
Yeah.
Julian Goswami, they've traveled for miles to go to practice.
Correct.
I mean, there's been a lot of struggles. So,
Yeah.
so yes, these Shefali, Mithali, Harmanpreet
Yeah.
for sure.
There's a lot of talk about Jamia Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, people speak very high about her.
Mm-hmm.
Jemima Rodriguez, Veda Krishnamurthy.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of players. In fact, the Indian team is looking good. I mean, right till
Indian team is looking fantastic, and it's like there's so much talent, right?
Yep.
There's talent, there's money, there's opportunity.
Mm.
The stage is set. Now the ICC is also doing so much. The ICC, of
Exactly,
course, let's not forget, there's Manu Sani over there. There's a lot of Indian
Yeah.
and my former boss, okay?
yeah.
Manu.
Yeah.
Anurag,
Correct.
who's gone to, who's like his chief commercial officer. Anurag Dahiya is also a very dear friend. Also,
Agreed.
all these, and very into empowering women,
Agreed.
and that's the narrative that's changing the world over, right? In the sense,
Absolutely.
everywhere, even in England, the ECB is taking so many measures to make sure that the women, even during COVID, are taken care of financially, etc.
Agreed.
And it's a narrative across the board, across the world, across every dimension, not just sport, right? Wherever, whether it's parity for pay, whether it's in a board of directors, whether it's in the professional world or wherever, and women, I feel, are better equipped to deal with all this success. I'll tell you why. A, because it has not come easy. It has not come easy कि आपने under 19 में खेल लिया and you are flooded with endorsement deals. It doesn't work like that. Secondly, women as women are just are more mature.
Yep.
and thoda संभाल के. So even whenever there's financial success or whatever that comes, hopefully, which will come in hordes to them,
Hmm.
they will be
Yeah.
ठहरा हुआ. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not going to be that exuberance of let me buy this flashy car, let me just go for a holiday. I'm just saying, it's just I'm looking forward to seeing that
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it. Already has happened a lot. I think
Yes.
the
Yes.
current generation, they get the accolades, they get the recognition, they get the stardom, and it's lovely to see.
Absolutely. It's deserving. Yeah. Yeah.
Deserving. If you see them, they don't get cocky.
Yes.
They're almost pinching themselves to say कि अच्छा ये हो रहा है. It's so true,
Yep.
and I think it's so endearing. It is just
Yep.
so nice to be that normal and grounded. And there's a lot of that. And like I said, with all you, I mean, hats off to whoever does everything. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of pressure to be out there in the first place. And if you can do that with less clothes on your body, hats off to you. I would to die of just being conscious. That's just my nature. That's about it. But yeah, seriously. So anyway, yes, that was a negative. Also, the other thing is people automatically assume because you're a chick, you don't know anything. That is, I mean, and it's a very normal presumption. It's
Yeah, the
across
stereotype
board,
mentality, right?
broadcasting.
Yep.
It's across the, and it's usko kya pata hai. As an audience, I'll also say I don't want to listen to myself talking if there's Ian Chappell sitting there. That is proper credible experience. Right?
Yes.
I get that completely. So I'm not there to give any gyan.
Yes.
But I do represent the layman to maybe ask him a few questions.
Well said.
Absolutely.
That's your job. That's your
Exactly.
job.
That's my
right?
job. I'm
Yes,
not there to
correct.
show that how much I know.
Yes.
It's irrelevant.
Yes.
It's his
Agreed.
knowledge, and I have to bring out whatever I need to bring out from that
True.
person.
Mhm.
And the advantage has been that people have been so nice to me. I never had to beg or plead for an interview ever. One smile, nicely, and I used to always say, I'm not going to stalk you and I'm not going to chase you. I'd love to interview you as would everybody else here. So if you have the time, let me know. And they would always say,
Yeah.
come on, Mandira, interview, karo.
I think that's your
it's been-
skill, right? That is your skill.
It's
So
like, how much to run behind something and why?
Yeah,
I don't
correct.
want to. And I have
True,
a very
very
interesting anecdote about this, and
Yeah.
I will never ever be able to get over it. And I love Sachin with all my heart for this, what he did. He was so sweet. This is the 2004 Asia Cup. You guys have to hear this story.
Mhm.
And I was, of course, in Bombay, languishing away on my all Hindi sports desk, where everybody was like, okay, isko to kuch pata hi nahi hai. So, that situation. And I didn't really know that much also. I was fully faking it because, as you know, I'd entered this field without knowing anything. Once the boys called me to the canteen and said, just tell us the Indian team's names and who all are in the Indian team. And I just quickly, I said, oh shit, I'm getting a call. I ran because I was like, I would have got caught out. But anyway, so Asia Cup was in Sri Lanka, 2004. I was talking to Murli. And he said, you also come? So I said, yeah, they've already sent somebody. There's no chance that these guys are going to send me. There's no way. He said, you just promise them all the exclusives, this, that, just, I'll get it for you. So I said, okay, fine, let me try. So I went and told my boss, I said, sir, can I also go to Sri Lanka? So he was like, the Mandira Sani, are you okay? Like, he blasted, like, he used to talk like that. tum kya samajhte ho? I was like, nahi, main kuch nahi samajhti. I'm just saying, maybe I can get some exclusives and all. And the Hindi channels love exclusives. Actually, they all do. But अच्छा ठीक है फिर ऐसे करो तुम ना जाके कलर स्टोरी करके आना और कोई जरूरत नहीं है क्रिकेटर्स को इंटरव्यू करने की तुम सिर्फ कलर स्टोरी करो कलर स्टोरी आल्सो लाइक गो टू एन ऑर्फनेज and do a story of an elephant like that
Oh,
The
okay.
tour diaries,
which also I did
like the tour diaries that they have.
yeah correct
Yeah.
something like that color story I was like okay so boring but anyway so I went and did a few color stories and then I was like getting really and the other person who'd come also to Colombo was a chiller he was in no
Yeah.
hurry to work I was like अच्छा क्या सीन क्या है इंटरव्यू मिल गया आज का यार मैंने बोला हुआ है वास्को आ जाएगा फिर देखूंगा very cash and I was like मैं कर लूँ एक इंटरव्यू if you don't mind हाँ कर ले like I said चलो ठीक है then once he said कर ले I said now I've done the right protocol colleague wise
Correct.
I'm not
Yeah.
overstepping your toes. So once I got that go ahead from him I was like चलो might as well launch उसके बाद तो party was on okay like for example I was sitting in the lobby I remember we were staying at Taj Samudra and Murli had come back from his practice and all the journals around me were bitching about him because they had no clue he's my buddy hey, this Murli Tharan doesn't give an interview, and they were chip going on. And suddenly Murli said, hey, Mandira, from across the thing. I'm like, huh? He's like, come, let's finish the interview. I said, come. Then they were like, what? Then because Murli was my friend, I knew Sangha, Maila, all these people. And whenever they used to come to Bombay, it was like my duty to take them out everywhere, like, whatever. So then I used to like, okay, fine. I've got Murli's interview, which was okay, very sweetly, but low hanging fruit. Now, okay. Then Sangha Maila, the Sri Lankans were easy. I'm like, okay, Sangha, meet me by the pool, I'll fatafat Maila. So that was really cool. Sachin, okay. So my cameraman, who Atul, till now he's in touch with me, and whenever he sees anything that I do, he'll say, Mandira, tum ye angle try kar lo, thoda aise try kar lo. So he's very very blessed to have these kind of people in my life. And Atul said to me, तुम ये करते रह जाना मुरली संगा को और महिला वगैरह और बाकी सब ले जाएंगे सचिन को. So I said हाँ. He said जाओ और सचिन को बोलो इंटरव्यू देने के लिए. So I said okay. उसमें क्या है, मैं चली जाऊंगी. So I went to him. I said, Sachin, of course I want to interview you like everybody else. Same line. I'm not going to stalk you. I'm not going to give you my cell number. This is my room number. Please call me through the switchboard when you are ready, and I will come and interview you. Okay. I mean, forgot about it also, and the tournament is carrying on. We're all having a blast, working, etc., etc. 2-3 days were left, and Atul said to me, "बैठे रह जाना तुम, बैठे रह जाना." बाकी सब, and then the cameraman also competing, na, and they have their gossip.
Oh yeah.
So this one from Aaj Tak is gone, and this one from NDTV is gone, and all these, and he's getting panicky that he wants his name to be there for
हमको नहीं
that.
मिला कुछ अभी तक.
हाँ?
मेरा नंबर कब आएगा?
So anyway, now in the meantime, some drama had happened in the hotel. I had a fight with the hotel people, so I made them change my room. And 2-3 bache the when Atul said this, I said, oh shit, maybe Sachin tried. I don't know if he tried to call me, right? Like I had given him my room number. I'm sure he didn't. But I went to him. I said, I'm still not stalking, but I just want you to know that my number, my room has changed. In case you called me, I don't know. So he was like, why are you creating a lot of trouble in this hotel? I said, no, not at all. I was like such a child. I was like, no. So he was like, okay, you know what? Tomorrow morning, let's do this interview. And we did this at, I think at Premadasa. And he said, let's do this interview. And you'll have to talk to John Wright. John Wright was the coach. He said, you'll have to just talk to John Wright once. I said, I'm not known for my punctuality. That's another story. But that day, I landed up at that Premadasa 1 hour prior to the team landing up. Jitters at a different level. They came, I went to John Wright. He gave me permission. In the middle of the cricket field, 2 chairs were put for Sachin and me, and I did a half-hour exclusive. Can you even imagine the big deal? Till date, I have met people like recently on Bhaji's reception. So many people I met after years, and they all were like, "We'll never forget how you took Sachin's interview from under our noses." And no, and that's not it. The sweet thing here was that I had to rush after I did this interview, and I was like, seventh heaven and beyond. Okay, like wow. And I left. I was firstly so nervous that when I started the interview, I called him Saurav. Firstly.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
So he said, okay, breathe. I said, sorry. And then I finished my interview. Then I had to rush back. There was some emergency back in Bombay, so I had to leave Sri Lanka, and I came back. My cameraman, obviously, who did not come back with me, and he was chilling. He came back after the tournament got over. He told me, he said, you will not believe it. He said, तुम निकल गई और फिर ये सारे पहुंच गए आज तक वाले. So, and even that first, I can't take names sadly, but okay.
Yeah.
And he said, सब पहुंच गए और बोला कि Sachin, you gave Mandira an interview, now you have to give us. So he said, yes, all of you bring your mics, I'll give you a bite. He said, no, you have to give us exclusive. He said, how can I? If I give you an exclusive, how will hers be an exclusive?
Wow. That's so sweet of him.
Wow, man. How sweet. Like a
That's so
little
sweet of him.
journalist that I was.
Yeah.
And so brazen now. And Gautam Bhimani used to tease me when we were working in Star together, ESPN Star. He said, you little pataki. Because in Sri Lanka, ESPN Star had the rights for the Asia Cup. We were just news channel journalists. We had no accreditation to come in, right? But ours said Star News. Usko dikha ke, because these guys don't understand, the Sri Lankans don't understand necessarily that much English and all. Like, Star, like, you know, full attitude and confidence. Star, I'm Star, we're going in. And I used to go in everywhere, all access everywhere, happily, just by being confident, which is another very important tool, by the way.
Yeah,
just have
absolutely.
confidence, you can walk in anywhere.
Wow.
So Mandira, that was the most memorable moment. The question that I asked you,
That
this
was-
should have been the answer.
This was my answer. Yes, this was the most memorable moment. Yes,
Amazing. What a story, Mandira. What a story. I mean, trust me, in all our shows till now, we have never laughed and smiled so much with a guest. It's been such an exclusive story. And, this is like, we are living in that moment with you, right? The way you
absolutely.
explained.
Oh, lovely. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be able to share it. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
really good. Really good.
Amazing, Mandira. So yeah, I won't hold you for long. I know it's late in the night there in Singapore.
No parties.
So
Thank you.
you've been really kind to spend so much time with us, and thank you so
Okay,
much.
all right.
And I think
You're doing a
this was
fabulous job. Good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I miss all of it more than
Yes.
I thought I would. Let me put it that way. But then
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Who
Yeah.
knows what life has? Another innings, perhaps.
Yep.
You never know.
Mandira,
You never know.
Yeah.
Mandira, you did mention you're quite blessed and charmed to have all the love and support from all the cricket fraternity all through your career. Whichever gods you pray to them for us as well, and maybe one day.
The secret to that, honestly, is there's one thing that I've learned from my parents only, and it's just magic, by the way. Is gratitude. Every day at night, write three things you're grateful for, or at least say it in your mind. Wake up in the morning with gratitude. Shukrana, shukr karo, bas. That is it. You send out gratitude to the universe, you see how much the universe gives back to you.
Law of attraction.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very much.
Absolutely. On that note, thank you so much, Mandira, once
Thank
again.
you.
And you have a wonderful
Thank you.
evening, and we will be in touch.
Great day.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Gratitude.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Lovely
thank you.
chatting.
Thank
Bye.
you. Lovely chat.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.